The Dead Pair podcast is brought to you by the Elite Experience, Elite Shotguns, and is fueled by Fiocchi.
Paul?
Welcome to the Dead Pair podcast, coming in hot with everything you want to hear about sporting clays.
Guy Fieri.
How are you, gentlemen? Thanks for having me.
Anthony Matarese Jr., how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty well.
Welcome back, David Radulovich.
That's a net positive 30 minutes. Brad Kidd.
Corey Cruz. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Now I feel awkward.
With your hosts, Jason
One
Rambo
more Red Bull for you.
and Sean Alley.
Woo, yeah!
Christmas.
Let's do it.
Often imitated but never duplicated. It's the Dead Pair podcast. And now, it's showtime.
What's up, Mr. Large and in charge?
Jason Rambo, did you forget to lock the door again?
No, you intentionally left the door unlocked because you let all these people sneak in here.
Well, welcome to the podcast, Mr. Brian Palmer.
How we doing?
From Vero Beach and Elite Shotguns. Brian's in town for the SCTP, and Brian, you brought along some friends. You want to introduce your friends?
Yeah, we brought Marshall and Dallas over here. They're Marshall's my little protege that we're having a lot of fun. He's doing a lot of shooting with us, and he's up here lighting up some targets. And they started carding at the casinos and all the bars around, so we couldn't find anything else to do, so we came here, and we appreciate you guys letting us in.
I got a good fake ID, Marshall, guy that I can.
Hey! Don't influence people in the wrong way.
All right, sorry. We'll just scratch that. We'll talk after.
You're not giving me any ideas.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Hey, young man, I heard you lit it up today. 325 straights and skeet. That's awesome. Congratulations, man.
What do you attribute that to? Did you find something lucky, or?
It's the Kolar, isn't it?
No. It's the clay that was in the cart.
Oh.
Tell them the story.
Go ahead. Tell them the story.
So when they dropped off the Dead Pair cart, there was a clay in the center console. And every time you touch it before you shoot, you have good luck.
See, that's Fred. That's White Flower Fred. And it hasn't worked for me, so I guess I'm going to have to send it home with you. And
might as well.
I'll talk to Robert Crow about getting me a new Fred because that one ain't working for me.
You might have to go to a Frank instead of a Fred.
Oh, man. So, Brian, how's things going over at Elite?
It's going good. It's going good. A lot of traffic, a lot of demos, people in checking stuff out. Hopefully, towards the end of the week, they'll be selecting the ones they want to take home with them.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to have to take them back. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a big purchase like that, it's something you really need to sleep on. I mean, you probably get that a lot, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. No, it's a long-term purchase. It's not something that we're immune to or think that it's not a big purchase for people. It's big purchases for us as well. So we actually like people to take their time and get the right gun for them. We're not just shoving product. We want to make sure that they get the right gun for them for long term or gun product, whatever it is that we have.
And the right fit too.
Oh, of course,
yeah.
Of course.
Well, Jason and I have both been over there to the store, and I mean, you brought some beautiful examples of fine shotguns with you. So
yes,
I'm sure that many of those will probably go home with new owners.
Yeah, some guy walked in and said he knew something about a microphone, and he had this other gun. So now somebody's got this fancy engraved thing, and he looks good behind it, but.
We'll have to see if the scores reflect that after the fact.
There was always this thing where I grew up that you look good until you shot. So I don't know if he falls into that category, but it might be pretty close.
I don't know who you guys are talking about, but we've got a tourney talk to get to.
Could be the guy on the other side of the microphone over there.
It's Tourney Talk. Brought to you by Score Chaser.
All right, guys. Northeast Regionals for 2024 is now open. Going to be held at the Hopkins Game Farm, August 14th through the 18th. Also, we've got the Florida State is up, South Florida Gun Club, and that is March 21st through the 24th. Again, that's 2024. And just a reminder to everybody, we are going to be doing a Florida Swing podcast. What do you say, October?
It should be out by late October.
October this year.
I want to give everybody more time this year.
Yeah, and hopefully that'll help people plan for the Florida trips in the spring, especially if you're up here in the north bitter cold of Ohio, Michigan, New York, Pennsylvania. Yeah. God help you if you're in North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait until January to start sending you pictures from Florida.
Yeah, I know. You like rubbing salt in the wound, don't you?
I'm going to be sitting down at Vero having a drink with Brian going, hey, Sean, how much snow you got up there?
Yeah, and I'll be like, I'm freezing my baguettes off. So.
Yeah.
Don't forget in your Florida Swing that you guys are actually kicking off the Florida Swing now in December.
That's right. December 2nd.
1st and 2nd.
Yeah, 1st and 2nd. I apologize.
Yeah, the Dead Pair Blast. You did a really cool number on that digital flyer. Maybe we ought to post that on our
Yeah,
Dead Pair
we'll
group
put that
page.
out there as soon as we get it all finalized and we'll get it circulated. Got some good information on there. All of our sponsors are on there, and I know that we're still working towards getting all the events in place and all the sponsors and all the things that are going to be going on. But,
Yeah.
Brian, we're really looking forward to it, man.
Oh,
So,
man. Thank you for
thank
that.
you for helping us out to do
It's
that.
a privilege. We appreciate
As
that.
are we. We're excited for sure. Something we can put Marshall to work, making sure everything's good and clean around there when you get there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it too.
Cool.
Are you obviously you're going to be there, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Awesome. Good deal. Dad, are you shooting too?
I may. Depends if I can get the time.
There you go.
Or if Marshall lets him. I mean, it's one of those things that he'll say, I almost shot like Dad today. It wasn't any good. So.
Oh, man.
Ouch.
That makes for a long car ride.
Oh, I get these text messages like, man, Marshall had a bad day. He almost shot like me. So I don't know how to take it. I mean, I guess Marshall's coming along good, though.
Yeah.
100% good.
Awesome. So did you like how I changed the subject earlier? With the tourney talk?
yeah, you switched gears
caught that,
like a
didn't
pro there.
Hey, sincerely, Brian, thank you to Elite. I really appreciate the opportunity on that. And I don't want to post a bunch of pictures and brag because that's not what it's about. To me, that's going to be my daughter's gun someday, That'll be an heirloom for her.
Absolutely.
But, I've wanted that gun all my life, and thank you to Elite for helping make that happen because I don't think I could have done that on my own, so I appreciate it.
No,
very
it's
much.
it's really cool with all you guys do for the sport. Anything we can do to help for the sport and, contribute back to what you guys are doing and the knowledge you share back to the people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it worked out great. You're flying a pretty flag with that gun, so
Yeah.
we appreciate it.
Yeah, it's
Well,
gorgeous.
And just so everybody understands, there was absolutely nothing wrong with my Kolar. I mean, I could have shot it the rest of my life and been quite happy, but when Sean got his new Kolar, it's got the FX stock on it, and I really wanted that palm swell. And Brian, as you can attest, it's so popular, it's hard to get your hands on. And, we were having trouble finding a stock for my gun, and then Brian shows up at Cardinal Center with this gun, and I'm like, oh, that's going home with me and probably causing a divorce. But okay, here we go.
But here we go.
So-
Roll the dice and make it happen.
Right? But no, I appreciate it, Brian. I really do.
Well, there's no going back now because I think I sold your old one this afternoon.
Did you
So-
really? Oh, wow.
Wow.
Actually, I think Kevin was working on it, but I don't think there's no going back.
Yeah, no. There's nothing wrong with that gun. That was a pretty gun to begin with.
Oh, yeah, the wood on that was beautiful.
Stellar.
Absolutely. And I was able to pick up my gun. The guys at Rhino hooked me up, got my porting done.
Nice.
Got a new set of chokes, and they helped me with my my kickies pad and all that stuff.
Did you
so-
you didn't get to shoot it yet?
Not yet, no. Just picked it
I
up.
cannot wait for you to shoot that Kolar with that.
Well, we're going to break her in this Saturday.
That's
So
awesome. Oh, that's right. We got a tournament Saturday.
That's right, we
You're
do.
shooting with us, Brian.
We're both shooting with you.
Nice.
That's right.
You get
You're
to
on
see
the squad
Marshall
too.
firsthand.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Are we shooting the 5 stand together too?
I don't think Sean and I are shooting.
I think we're
the
just doing
five
the
stand.
main.
We're just doing the main.
We're sneaking that midweek, but you'll get to shoot with them on Saturday.
Yeah.
That'll be lots of fun.
It'll be a whole Kolar squad because he's got 2 of them. Well, him and Dad, and it's a funny story for another time how we ended up at that. But they got to experience all of our lines there at Vero Beach, and we got to the road we should have gone to the first time.
Nice.
Fantastic guns.
Well, hey, we're talking to Amy Bean tonight from RE Ranger. They got a new lens for the RIACT.
Yep.
I'm excited to hear about this. Should we get her on the phone?
Might as well. And I think Brian just picked up a new set of Rangers,
You did,
right?
Didn't you?
Yes. I found out I was blind and needed prescription, and that was they answered the call, and I am super impressed and super pleased.
Now you're running the CST lens. You're not running the RIACT, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's still an awesome lens. I mean,
Oh, heck yeah.
but speaking of which, the whole prescription thing. Well, you know what? Let's get Amy on the phone. Let's ask her.
Let her answer the question.
Yeah, because I'm tired of answering and giving the wrong information.
Get her on the phone.
All right.
All right. Joining us on the phone, Amy Bean with RE Ranger. Amy, how you doing this evening?
Hey guys, I'm good. How are you?
Amy, tell everyone that's listening what your position is and what you do for Ranger.
Yeah, so my official title is Brand Communications Manager, and I handle all the PR sponsorships, brand ambassadors, and events for Ranger.
Gotcha. Well, Amy, tell us how things have been at Ranger. I know you talked to Jason on the phone not too long ago, and you said things have been extremely busy.
Yeah, things are really going great. Lots going on. We just launched our newest lens, RIACT AI Ultimate Light, last week. So, yeah, we've been pretty crazy.
Well, all right, Amy, listen, before we go any farther, I got to address this huge elephant in the room because Sean and I get bombarded with emails every week wanting to know when the prescription RIACT lenses are coming. Do you have some kind of a crystal ball for us that I can stop these emails?
I know. Well, we are in the second and final round of testing, which means that we're just one step closer to having it available for our RX customers. But I assure you, you'll be one of the first to know when it's ready.
Okay. But there's no set like release date, like we're coming out with this in March or January or December or nothing.
No.
Like that. Okay. Gotcha.
Well, Amy, all right, so let's circle back. So you've got the new RIACT lens that you mentioned. Tell us a little bit about it. It just launched a week ago. Give us some details and why did Ranger make this lens?
So it's our newest lens, a part of the RIACT AI collection. And it is for super bright conditions. We received a lot of feedback from our customers and pro staff that they were expressing that they needed a darker lens in their RIACT AI rotation. And so the Ultimate Light was born.
Well, you know, Amy, when I was in California with Chad Roberts, he's got this new lens. I mean, he's one of your test dummies. But this thing's really cool. And I left my regular prescription glasses on and then kind of held that lens up over top of, because I have prescriptions. And it's amazing how well this works. Now, Chad made the comment to me that like the Arizona blue sky and the California blue sky is different than what we have over here on the East Coast. And he said that the black target against that blue sky, this new lens really, really excelled. And he made the comment that the other place that it works really good is really bright light in a woods situation or when you have a woods background. Is that kind of what you were gearing towards? Is those two things, or is this just like a happy accident, as Bob Ross would say?
No happy accidents. It's definitely, 100% true what Rad Chad is saying. We do use artificial intelligence for this RIACT AI lens line. And we tested and optimized almost 1 billion lens variations to formulate this lens. So, you see faster, further, and with precision. The technology that we use does enhance the depth perception, which Chad is referring to, that allows the target to pop that much more from the background. And with this new light, it does allow for the brighter light conditions for you to still see with that precision, with that depth perception.
Right. Now, I'm going to screw up the terminology on this, but the RIACT lens, the 3-lens kit that's currently available comes with a high light, a low light, and a medium light. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So the difference being on this new one that you have, first of all, just so everybody listening, when I saw it, it's got kind of a purple hue to it. Is that fair to say? Wouldn't you say?
Yes.
It's kind of got like a purplish hue to it. But the difference between the current darkest lens in the RIACT and this new lens is Chad was saying that, like, for example, in the real bright light with the trees in the background, it made more clarity to the orange target. But in other words, the current 3-lens set does it great, but this one just does it that much more in extreme bright light. Is that kind of like a fair assessment?
Yeah, and it definitely depends on where you are. So that's why we always recommend having, multiple lenses in your arsenal. But this Ultimate Light lens is 18% light transmittance. So it is our darkest lens yet.
Wow.
Well, Brian's sitting here next to me, and you've got the old school Ranger Edge in the CST lens, correct?
Yeah, yep.
And he is very, very intrigued. You got to see the looks. As I was talking about this with what Chad had us in that Lou lens, he was just kind of raising eyebrows. And
yeah, I just found out I was blind. So
Oh, no.
changing over to prescription has been really good. And so I'm excited for more options in the prescription for sure.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, Amy, speaking of so when this came to light, do you guys routinely just kind of listen for feedback from your users and that helps guide you for what you're coming out as far as lenses go? Or do you actually continue doing testing and figure out what's missing in your arsenal, basically?
Yeah, I think it's always a little bit of both. We do, we get feedback, I'm sure, just like you guys do, through our social media channels, through email, and even just talking with people, at the competitions and whatnot, or just on the field. So we're always taking in that feedback and bringing it to our team, seeing what we can do. And we also have our own pro staff that's always out there kind of doing focus groups and just preparing for the next launch. What else do we need? In our gear bag for the next shoot. Right.
So this new lens, not the prescription RIACTs, but the new RIACT lens, when do you think it'll be available to the market?
RX or just regular?
No. We're gonna take RX out of the conversation before we get beat up anymore. But no, this new. Okay, first of all, what is this new lens? What's the name of it?
So the new lens that we released is RIACT AI Ultimate Light.
Okay, and when is it going to be available?
So we launched it last Thursday.
Okay, so we're behind the times. All right, forgive me.
It is live.
Forgive me.
No, it's okay.
So they can go buy it now, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Got it.
So speaking of which, Amy, we talked about social media here a second ago. People are really loving these Ranger giveaways that we have done. We always get a huge response. Is there more in the works? Can we let that cat out of the bag, or am I stepping on my own toes here?
Yeah, no, I think we definitely have something up our sleeve. We'll have to follow up on more details for the listeners, but, a little hint, maybe a lens, frame, swag, I think it's definitely worth following up.
Sweet.
Nice. All right, Amy, I got a question for you. So I love those Ranger RIACTs. Jason and I have been shooting them for, what 2 years or more, Jay?
Well,
Give or take.
I'm going to get hung for this, but I'm one of the test dummies for the RIACT prescriptions.
Yeah, I know.
And I got mine last year in June.
Yeah, and I got mine before you, I think.
Yeah, I know. I was beating you over the head every time I went and shot. So to be fair.
Well, here's my question. So I love the lenses, but being a bigger guy with a wider face, is there any plans down the road to get a wider frame and lens kit? Because I'm using the biggest Falcons right now, and they're still just a wee bit snug.
Sean, they have a solution for that. It's called salads. Boy, if looks could kill, I'd be dead right now.
Okay. I don't see you wearing your platform shoes either.
Hey, listen, that's right. I'm vertically challenged.
Yes, you are.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Amy.
Throw stones, and that's what happens, Jason. Come on. No, seriously, I was just curious if there was any plans to maybe make a slightly wider frame and lens for people with wider faces.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate customer feedback, especially from our sponsors. I'll definitely take that back to our design and product team and see what we can do. And of course, if there's any listeners out there who are looking for a larger size or have any feedback in general, definitely feel free to reach out to us on social media, because we're always looking for that feedback. Yeah, you
heard it, listeners. Anybody else out there that's a big guy with a wide face or something like that going on, make sure you write these guys and let them know that we need something out there for us.
Oh, that's it. Just get everybody to beat her up.
I'm going to get them all riled up. She wants to hear about her customers, and that's what she's going to do.
Hey, yeah. So, Amy, speaking of that and customer feedback, what would you say your most popular selling lenses or glasses are?
Yeah, so our most popular kit is the Phantom 2.0 matte black frame with the HD medium, dark purple, and medium yellow lenses. The Duster, which came out last year, is our second bestseller, specifically the Stars and Stripes colorway with that flash red shield lens that typically performs well in all conditions. And then we have our RIACT AI lenses just across the board. They've been very popular since they launched. So it's probably because of the technology and just how great they do.
Well, that was one of my questions about the Dusters is how are they doing? Because I see people wearing them everywhere. In California, everybody was wearing them for sunglasses. But it's amazing how popular they've became. So that was really kind of a big hit for like an entry-level shooting glass, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people are really loving them. How can you not? They've got style, functionality, quality, and the price is right. We're seeing a lot of youth shooters gravitating towards it simply because of the style and how they're lightweight. but a lot of newer shooters of all ages have taken a liking to them as well because they deliver just on so many levels, being a non-changeable style. But yeah, the Stars and Stripes is our best selling. Me personally, I love the Monster with the slight, the green Monster with the slight two-toned green frame and silver flash low light lens. And the name plays homage to our roots here in Boston, Massachusetts. So, it's a great one.
That's awesome. Well, Brian, you're being awful quiet over there.
I'm just taking it all in. I'm trying to learn. So. It takes a lot for me to learn. So,
well, Amy, let me circle back on a personal question. So, do you partake in any of the sporting clays or any shooting or anything like that?
Unfortunately, I don't, but I should just say not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Well, I'm sure you'll have ample opportunity with the crowd that you're hanging with.
Yeah.
Somebody will put a gun in your hand and take you out there and shoot some birds.
Listen, we got a guy sitting right here next to us that is an elite sales. Is that what I want to call you? I mean, there's a lot of things, but
most of it you can't say.
Okay, professionally. No, Brian's here from Elite. He'd hook you up with a gun.
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
And you guys also carry Ranger, don't you, down there at Vero?
Oh, absolutely. That's where I got them.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
See, there you go. Scratching backs. So,
well, Amy, what about new stuff? Is there anything you can let the cat out of the bag on as far as anything that you guys are developing or maybe something coming down the pipe, or is that pretty much tight-lipped?
I mean, I can't give away any secrets, but we're definitely working on some exciting things for the future for sure. So be sure to follow us on Instagram, Threads, and our other social media channels to be the first to know about these new launches.
Well, Amy, I get asked all the time, is so-and-so going to be at so-and-so shoot or whatever? I mean, we've been asked about Ranger and Otopro and all that. Specifically this week, the SCTP Nationals at Cardinal Center, I counted 3 Ranger dealers that are there. You guys, as a company, don't specifically go to shoots because you have so many dealers available. Is that fair to say?
Yes, definitely fair.
Okay. Well, I just so everybody knows, because I get asked that a lot. Like, hey, man, is Ranger going to be at this shoot? Or is Otopro going to be at this shoot? Well, in this case, Ranger's got enough dealers to cover it.
But there's still no problem, Amy, with people going directly to you guys and accessing the website or calling you guys directly, correct?
Correct. Yeah, they can always find us on reranger.com.
And before we let you go, Amy, the dead pair discount, that is still active, correct? 10%. I think it's all one word, dead pair at checkout.
Yes.
Yeah, all capitals. Yeah. Dead pair at checkout. And I think that's for $250 or more. They get 10% off their order.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's right down in the show description if anybody forgets it. Amy, any last closing thoughts? Are we forgetting anything?
I don't think so, but it was so great to chat with you guys, and like I said, we're really excited about our new RIACT Ultimate Light Lens, and we hope everyone enjoys it.
Awesome. Well, let's chat. We'll hook up through email again. We'll get this next giveaway going because I know everybody's itching.
Definitely.
Amy, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you so much, guys. It was a pleasure.
Awesome, Amy. Can't wait to talk to you in the future.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Amy Bean, Sean Alley, what do you think?
She's awesome. I mean, it was awesome. She took time out of her day to sit down and talk with us. Excited to see those new lenses. Yes. I know you already seen them, but
I wait till you try them.
Okay.
I mean, in the really bright conditions, they do what they're supposed to.
Gotcha.
I mean, they're awesome. Brian?
Yes, sir?
When are you going to get some reacts?
He just got...
Soon enough.
No, he didn't get reacts.
But he just got new glasses. Give the man like a month to...
Now you're stirring up the whole prescription thing again.
I know.
Well...
When are you getting a new gun, Jason?
Anyway. So, Marshall, let's talk about you for a second. When did you start shooting? He's looking in. He doesn't remember.
2 years ago.
2 years ago? Really? What got you into shooting? Was it Dad?
Yes.
Yeah? Big hunter?
Well, I hunted a fair amount when I was a kid, but we moved down to Melbourne, went down to Vero and bought a few guns from Brian, and he got us started in sporting clays. And Marshall was tagging along with me and decided one day he was going to take my Kolar and shoot, and he shot really well with it, and that's how we ended up with 2.
Oh, jeez.
And we've both kind of been sharing the experience ever since.
So what kind of troublemaker you are, Brian?
I do it a lot.
Bad influence.
I do it a lot. So, okay, let me ask you this, because you're an SCTP. You shoot all three disciplines, trap, skeet, sporting. Which one's your favorite?
Sporting.
Good answer, young man. You just kept your welcome here in the podcast studio.
I think he almost said another dirty S word.
I know.
He shot well in skeet
He
today.
was like, sporting. So you have a Kolar Max Light?
Yes.
Yeah. 32?
Yeah, 32. Because
Wow.
my 30 is with him now.
Oh, okay. Dad's got the skeet barrels. Gotcha.
Yeah, he swapped me out.
So what else you got left to shoot this week, Marshall?
I got sporting and trap.
Okay. And so sporting you're going to be looking forward to.
Yeah.
How do you do on trap?
I don't know yet.
Don't know yet?
We're going to find out, though.
Okay. Have you shot the big row of bunkers at Cardinal before? Or not bunkers, but all the traps. Okay.
Last year.
Yeah, it's probably a little different this year with no
shot
curtain.
screen. Yeah. That wind tore it up this spring.
It's gone. The poles are gone. Everything's
Well, it
gone.
snapped over half the poles. I'm thinking, how are they going to rebuild this?
Yeah.
Without costing $1 million?
Right. What SCTP team do you shoot for?
Vero Beach Elites.
Vero Beach Elites. Gotcha. See, another thing you're responsible for.
How many kids you got on that team, Brian?
We have 5 or 6. 4 of them here. I'm really not as involved as I will be in the future with that. We had a lot going on with the clubhouse and everything. So
Sure.
Carl Bone kind of took that and ran with it as the coach. He's doing a phenomenal job. We help out as much as we can, but the team was maybe 1 or 2 years earlier than we really wanted to jump in. We're big believers, and if we're going to do something, do it right. And we didn't know, with just from the club's perspective, if we could have done it 100% at that point. But Carl stepped up and has just done an absolute amazing job. They're really competitive for a first-year team, and we like them out there wearing our colors. So that's a really good thing.
Well, speaking of the clubhouse, how's that coming along? That's pretty close, isn't it?
We're hopefully moving in soon. We will be in it before your shoot. So.
Oh, man,
Awesome.
we can't wait. It looked awesome. We were there when it was under construction. I can't wait to see the final product.
Yeah, we'll be doing the grand unveil for everybody. So come in December. Come check it out.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Be another reason to come down there.
You're probably really excited to have your office done, too.
Well, I don't really use it very much anyway. Between going all over the place and, working on the range, and as long as Kirk lets me on the range, he usually kicks me off and tells me to go do something else. But
Right.
So do you guys travel anywhere else besides, you've been here to Ohio, obviously, for the Nationals. Do you travel out of state for other shoots for the SCTP? Or
Yeah, we've done regionals, but it's about all in Florida. And this is the farthest shoot we've gone to.
Well, it's expensive to travel. And especially for a youth team, I imagine it's pretty
very-
costly to mom and dad, obviously. So
Well, they shoot in Savannah, Georgia as well.
Okay.
The regionals.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
not too far from you guys.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys get any help from Midway? Or
at this point, we're still in the infancy of it. We had some really good members that contributed some money.
Oh, okay.
And some fundraisers. And then, we're fortunate that a lot of our, we have a newer team, but shooters, kids that have been involved for quite some time. So the parents weren't necessarily blindsided with the expense of what it costs to do this.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we have a small team, but a really active team, which is very good. They're all over the place. They all shoot and compete in NSCA. We also have another one of our kids that shot all the pistol stuff down here. So they're really active into it, and we're looking forward to continuing to support and then to be more involved in the future. So.
Yeah.
Well, don't overlook the Midway Foundation, because I'm telling you right
Oh,
now.
yeah, that's a
Yim's up
great
there, and
organization.
who else was up there that we saw? I saw Yim walking around.
Yeah, the other, forgive me, I can't remember that nice lady's name we met last year. Remember when we took them pizza?
Yeah.
I can't, God.
The thing of it is, they set up your own endowment.
Oh, yeah.
Fundraisers, all that fun stuff.
Oh, for sure. No, it's definitely, something that we want to look into. This year it was, get all the vests and shirts and make sure we have, practice and,
Yeah.
shells were difficult at the beginning of the year. Now, fortunately, everybody's in much better shape.
Starting to come around a little
Yeah,
bit.
so it was really get all the necessities, and then the longevity is what we're going to work on in the off season.
Well, speaking of donations, an SCTP, and we're all shooting the Kids and Clay's benefit shoot on Saturday. Now, Brian, we can edit this if you want to, but you've kind of got a challenge. Remember I called you out.
Yes.
The bet for $250.
Right.
Brian's kind of taken that a step further once he heard that podcast. Do you want to tell everybody what's going on and who you're calling?
You had a bright idea?
Yes.
I don't know if it's a bright idea. It's costing me money like most things that I do. But I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. And regardless of who wins, I'm going to match, personally, the donation. Hopefully we can tie in maybe a little SCTP, just something for the kids in the community.
Yeah.
But you guys bet $250, so I'm going to match that. And then I don't know if he listens, but Aaron Willoughby, I'm going to put him on the spot. And have
there you
him.
go.
We're going to start issuing some challenges. And I think I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm Team Sean. Sorry, Jason, I'm sitting next to you, but I got Sean.
Big guys got to stick together.
Pound it.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas.
But no, I'm gonna challenge Aaron to match my $250.
Well, you had quite the list of names.
Oh, I had
a
a list of names of people that were some ideas. I don't know how far we want to go into that. We'll just go ahead and go with Aaron and see who he calls out next.
There you go. So can anybody get in on this then?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's all good. The whole the list I gave you was all people in the industry that I thought were a really good idea that have made a good living off doing this. And I really think it's, we give back to the kids, and I want to continue to do that. Both from Elite and Vero Beach, and this for me personally, I enjoy with the kids. But I think there's some other people that would really like to be involved, and it's fun, and it's $250. I mean, it's a couple cases of shells.
Maybe we'll have to do some call-outs on Facebook.
Oh.
Who else are we calling out? Call one out.
Me?
You.
Who would I call out to back me or just back either one of us?
Well, I think we're all paying regardless of who wins. I don't know if we have enough time for you to think of somebody that's going to back you. I think we're all going to Team Sean.
Oh.
Shots fired.
Okay, well, I tell you what. Let's just leave it at that. Let's see who wants to back me.
All right.
Let's just see who wants to back me.
So we'll do a Team Sean, Team Jason competition. Whoever wants to jump on board. Kind of like a Calcutta.
Oh, yeah.
And then all the money goes to the Kids and Clay
Foundation. Regardless of who is for who and whoever wins, all the money's going to... I think we'll split it up between an SCTP team and Kids and Clays.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I think SCTP in general, I don't know if it needs any team. Or, maybe somebody can write in and say they want to start an SCTP team and need some help. Whatever.
That might be really cool.
That'd be a cool idea.
But yeah, don't go betting. Your money's in the pot regardless of who wins. But it's going to be Sean.
I'm so glad this is going to be on film.
I don't know. Looks like Marshall's got faith in Jason over here.
Shots fired.
All right. See, I'm Team Marshall over here.
You should be. You should be pretty good.
But I'm just so glad this is all going to be on film because you just lit a fire that you have no idea. I love this big guy sitting across from me right now, but I've never wanted to kick anybody's butt more than I do right now, December 2nd. I'm going to I bet you I beat him by... You know what? I'm going to throw an extra $100. I beat him by at least 5 targets.
Wow.
At least 5 targets.
How are we spending that $100? Are we giving it back to the kids? Or are we going out for wings?
It might be wings. That might be a wing night.
Pound it.
Oh, jeez. Marshall, I'm getting no love over here, brother. Tell me you're still with me here.
I'm still with you.
All right. Yeah. He's got faith in Fred. Fred gave him good luck today, and that's why he's on my side.
Yeah, he's on your team for now.
I just need Frank.
You just need Frank. That's right. You got to look for Frank.
Oh, man. Since you started, let me ask one question real quick, Marshall, before we get wrapped up here. Since you started shooting, have you convinced other kids your age to start shooting too?
Yes.
It's kind of cool, isn't it? When you see them get in and start breaking targets and smiling and having fun.
It's really cool just to have kids that don't shoot just become shooters.
Who do you have coaching you or mentoring you? Is it all B over here? Yeah. Brian helping you out? Is he? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. We need to find you a better role model. We got to find you a better role model.
Shots fired back.
But no, what is really cool is Marshall flies for all the right brands that we do. He wears Kolar and Elite stuff to school every day. It's pretty cool that we inadvertently didn't put any guns on anything so we can wear it to school.
Thank you.
But yeah, so he definitely has about as much passion as anybody for the sport, which is why I enjoy spending time with him. He's really talented. That helps too.
Yeah.
But he's coming along great, and he's got a lot of passion for it, and he does it all for the right reasons because he enjoys it, and he does it all with the right stuff too, and shops at Elite. So,
well, part of the reason why Sean and I go to SCTP is because 90% of our sponsors show up there one way or another, and But it's so enjoyable. Sean, you and I talked about this last year, is watching these young kids and how much fun they're having. And they're shooting shotguns, they're breaking clays, everybody's safe, everybody's having a good time. I don't know.
And one of the biggest thrills we get going anywhere, traveling anywhere, is basically people coming up to us and telling us, we're shooting this sport because of you guys. Or we're competing in this sport because of you guys.
There's no better gratitude.
Yeah, and absolutely, Marshall, hats off to you, buddy, because bringing people into the sport, that's what we're all about.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So great job on that. I mean, get more, tell your friends to get their friends. Just that's what we need to do. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Just keep building the sport.
Awesome. Well, Sean Alley, what do we tell everybody every week?
Well, we tell everybody, take somebody out, put a gun in their hand, let them start breaking some clays because this sport sells itself. It's a lot of fun. Right, Marshall?
100%.
Right. So it's easy peasy.
Yeah.
Just get her done. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, listen, thank you very much to Elite Shotguns. Of course, Fiocchi USA. Bear Pelt, we love us some Bear Pelt, don't we, Sean?
Absolutely.
Atlas Traps, American-made Atlas Traps. There, Mr. Brian. Ranger, who we just had this podcast was dedicated to. Thank you very much to them. Odo Pro Technologies, keeping those ears safe. Dr. Grace is pretty happy camper because we've got some really cool giveaways at the Ohio State shoot from Odo Pro.
Yep.
Rhino Chokes, Sean Alley, you just had those new color barrels ported by them.
You better believe it.
Can't wait to see the look on your face when you shoot that goaler with that porting. Don Grant, keeping your head straight, Mr. Alley.
It's a full-time job.
You better have her on speed dial. Vero Beach Clay Shooting. Again, Mr. Brian, look, you get 2 kudos today.
Two kudos.
But I did get you a nice gun.
Yeah, and made me and Jason feel like part of the family the first time we visited. So.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I kind of knew something was coming right then and there, whether it was right, wrong,
it was a good vibe all the way around.
Yeah,
so.
it was a marriage,
Yeah, meant to be.
Meant to be. White Flyer targets. Now, Marshall, Fred there got you some good scores today.
Yep.
Breaking some of those White Flyer targets. What a cooler product. You get to blow their stuff up and they make more for you.
And they're happy about
it. Fred's luck did not run out.
Yeah. And, of course, Score Chaser. Again, I don't want to end this on a sour note or anything, but Godspeed again to Lois Neely. We miss her. We miss her dearly. Case Chase, we hope you're doing good, girl. And until next week, Mr. Alley.
We'll see you all back here on the Dead Pair Podcast.
We'll see you next time on the Dead Pair Podcast.
The Dead Pair. The Dead Pair Podcast is brought to you by Elite Shotguns and Vero Beach Clay Shooting and is fueled by Fiocchi USA. The Dead Pair theme song was written, arranged, and produced by Toby Tomplay. Special thanks to the following sponsors: Bear Pelt, Rhino, Odo Pro, Dawn Grant, Atlas Trap Company, RE Ranger, and White Flyer Targets.